two incidents that recently took place, Alton Sterling and Mr. Castillo. Um, my take on it is kind of lost for words. I mean, I'm kind of been emotionally drained, just kind of piece things together, make sense of things, and I really can't. Um, After watching the footage, I mean, that's all I really had to go off right now is the footage and the witness statements, and it just seems based on that information, both instances shouldn't have ended in a fatality. And reading the post and watching other videos, you see where a lot of the accountability is put on the deceased. That if they hadn't done this or if they hadn't done that. But it seems as though the accountability is not on the other end that actually fired the shots. That, maybe the officer could have de-escalated the situation instead of reaching for his firearm and initially escalating and then taking it to the next level and firing off his gun. I don't want to be irresponsible and group certain individuals as the face of a larger group. The police are very, very, very important to our community. I mean, they keep us safe. There are people in that profession, that line of work, that maybe aren't as good as they used to be, or maybe never were good at their jobs. And that needs to be addressed, just like at any other place of employment. Unfortunately, when police officers do a bad job, sometimes it can lead to a loss of life, and that's never a good thing. Policies maybe need to be changed, better training, more retraining. I'm not sure. I'm not a cop. I don't know what they go through now, but when you look at a traffic stop where the guy has a legal firearm and he ends up dead, you gotta look back and say something went wrong there. Something went very wrong there, and those two gentlemen are never ever coming back to their families, and that's kind of hard when you see people write such simplified answers. It's like oh, they can try again tomorrow, but they can't. They're dead. They're never coming back, and that's kind of tough to limit that to 2 or 3 words. So if they didn't do this, it's baffling to me. There really is. And to hear some people speak as though police brutality and excessive force and racism and other things don't exist, you may not have ever experienced, or that particular situation may not warrant that. But it does exist, and it's not exclusive to a certain race or gender. It happens to everyone. Recently it's been highlighted for black men, especially the black community. But don't think that this issue is exclusive to a certain race or gender. I mean, it could happen. Especially police brutality. It could happen, I'm telling you. And, we really need to acknowledge that and think of ways and find ways and get the dialogue going, and action come from the dialogue. And that's just not violence, but actual change is what I mean. Action, positive change. So, and I pray all the time that, I'm a father, that my son won't ever have to go through something like that, or grow up in a world with so much worry. It's when you hear and see things like this, it's hard to really feel that way. But at the end of the day, I realize that love conquers all, and gotta be positive, and positivity breeds clearer minds and clearer thoughts. So, like I said, I pray for change, man. I really do. And I hope something positive comes from this. Positive change comes from this. Those gentlemen and those before them haven't died in vain. And another lesson that I've learned from this is that, life is short. Life is short, man. Don't miss a day. That's one of my favorite lines from Jay-Z is life short, don't miss a day. I mean, it's simple and so meaningful to me. Like, you really gotta live your life to the fullest. You gotta live every day like, you gotta live your life like there's no tonight, really. But just to simplify it to only to what they should have done, I feel is irresponsible. And no one is defending criminals by saying that. We're defending human rights. We're defending humans around the world, just period. Everyone, even criminals, have basic human and civil rights that police officers, these select police officers, are carrying out sentences, death sentences. And that's not right. No matter what you did, you have in the Constitution, you have your rights to a trial. And I mean, I don't know. Bust a tail light, I don't know if you even go to court for that. I think you just get a ticket and you go around your way. You get it fixed. But something's got to change around here. That's all I got to say. But on a closing note, remember, life's short. Don't miss a day.